just got in a crazy mood and said, you know what, let's go back-to-back trades. This will anger Charger fans. I call the games. I understand what they want. I appreciate what they want. And I could even say I want the same thing. I would love for them to be sitting here with the 5th pick. The top 4 picks are all quarterbacks. You've got your choice of wideouts to replace Keenan Allen and Mike Williams that have just left. You could sit right here and take Marvin Harrison Jr., and you've got a number 1 dude, and I can get on board with that. However, I look at how Jim Harbaugh thinks and how he believes in building a football team, and you build the foundation before you build anything else. And all we've heard from Greg Roman getting hired, from Jim Harbaugh's press conference, from Joe Ortiz's comments, we are going to protect Justin Herbert and we are going to run the football much better than it's been run here. So with that being said, you see a couple wideouts go out the door. I look at this draft as very deep at wide receiver. So I think they could be saying, man, we would love to have Marvin Harrison Jr. here, but there are a lot of wideouts in this draft, and we are going to build the foundation first. And the phone just rang, and it's Joe Ortiz, one of his best friends, and Joe Douglas from the New York Jets, worked together for 20 years. And he's all in. Joe Douglas has signed 33-year-old Tyron Smith, Morgan Moses, older tackle on the other side. They went out and got John Simpson to play guard. Now, you can say maybe this is a house of cards with the age of these offensive linemen, but this is a 40-year-old quarterback. They are all in to win one in the next 2 years. So why not be bold? And do you think that they would have any issues parting with next year's 2nd-round pick, which would be the cost? So you go from 10 to 5 as the Jets. You trade next year's 2nd-round pick. They don't have a 2nd-round pick this year because that was a Rodgers deal. And the Jets go up and they pair their wide receiver, Garrett Wilson, with his former teammate and Marvin Harrison Jr. with the 5th pick.
Okay, we don't have sound effects on the pod, but that would be like fireworks, everything going off. Here's why it would be a sensible move for the New York Jets. If you're Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas, you know this is it. I don't really care about what happens this year. I'm going to go all in. Call. I'm going to push it in. We got all the older guys on the offensive line. I'm hanging on a 40-year-old quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out with guns a-blazing. Let's see if we can just put it together, because if I bring in a young offensive tackle, there's no guarantee that he's going to play at a high level. We take Tyron Smith. Let's get another playmaker to go opposite Garrett Wilson so they can't consistently double team Garrett Wilson. And let's see if we can just light up the scoreboard. Defensively, we're good enough.
They're good.
Offensively, we got to be able to manufacture it. And so if I am Joe Douglas, I don't care, because after this year, I'm going to have to reset it anyway, just given the age of my best players. I might as well go all out and see if I can put together the best offense to give us a chance to get into the postseason.
So you'd have Breece Hall in the backfield. You'd have Garrett Wilson. You'd have Marvin Harrison Jr. You're cooking with gas a little bit in terms of the athleticism of your skilled dudes.
And if you can stay healthy enough up front, if they can just keep a fortress in front of Aaron Rodgers and allow him just to deal from the pocket, you know he'll make the offense right. He's done it for years in Green Bay. You give him 2 playmakers, Wilson and Harrison, they'll find a way to score points.
All right, so there's the shock and awe portion of the draft.